All right, good morning. Hope you're still there, Car Hub. Trying to setting up the live stream here. I don't know if you can hear me. I think you can. I can see my little audio thing moving around. Takes a minute or two so I can see when people are joining. If you're just joining, welcome to the live stream. At the parking lot at the end of the day here in American Truck Simulator. And I think we're going to just sleep for the night so we can get a clean morning. I don't know if you're still there, Car Hub, but if you are, good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you are. I've been getting a lot of people from the other side of the world, so you never know. All right, let's sleep. Oh, turn off the engine. And there we go. We're sleeping. And it's still a little bit of an early morning here. 4 a.m. in the game. Alright, so let's start. Let's find a cargo first. So that's what we have to do. Go to the freight market. We are in Junction, Texas. We'll find something cool. This is a very long trip. I don't know if we want to do that long. This looks better. It's long to Nebraska, Arizona. I don't know. Anybody's watching, where should we go? Arkansas. Arkansas sounds nice. Yeah, we'll go to Arkansas. Not too far. That is destination. All right, so let's start the engine again. This is our truck, our Volvo VNL 2014. Kind of like the old one. Let's go. Oop, parking brake. There we go. How do you get Waze in ATS? You mean the one on that screen? On the main one? So that is a mod. I think if you type in the mod, the Steam shop, Waze navigation, it'll take you there. It's called Waze, whatever. I saw a guy, however, that is working on... Oh, this is not the exit? Oh, I can exit here. I don't have a trailer with me. Yeah, so there's a guy working on a not real, but like you can use an iPhone or an Android to run like an external navigation that works in the game. The guy's on Patreon. I forgot his name now, but I'll look into it because that would be pretty dang awesome. We can go here. Oops. Almost didn't see the guy. Good morning, Kelvin. How you doing? Welcome back to the live stream. So we're picking up exactly where we left yesterday. I just left the parking lot. I slept with the driver here just to get a day worth of driving. It's 4:30 in the morning in the game. So we're headed towards the place where we're going to get the trailer, and then we're going to Arkansas. Thank you for the follow, Christian. Let me know if the music's too loud. Right when I asked that, the music is changing, so it's not loud, obviously. Ooh. The truck is light, though. If I press the brakes too hard, I think you guys heard the brake was like squeaking. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. I hope you enjoy. I've been live streaming every morning, and then I have a ton of videos and tutorials. As we are going a little bit above the speed limit here. Let's go to the company, get a rate. Chuck and Jacks. Hey Panos, hello, welcome back. We're headed towards a place here where we're gonna get our trailer. And then we're gonna go to Arkansas. I think that's the one I chose. Alright, let's get that freight. Alright, so we're going to Junction, from Junction, Texas to Harrison, Arkansas. That's gonna be not a very long trip, but I think just long enough to take the job. Alright, so where is the trailer? That, okay, I see it. We're gonna back up. Easier if I turn here and just go in reverse. In case you guys are wondering, I do have triple screens here. That's how I am able to see my rear view mirror, so I'm not guessing where I'm going. My crystal ball isn't working very well. I need rear view mirrors. And alright, so here it is. That's our trailer. We're gonna be hauling towards Arkansas, and then I hit comfort and it attaches. Thank you, Lochi, for the follow. Hope you enjoy. Now go to advanced, and we're back inside the truck. So let's get going. Is it heavy? No, not that heavy. 36,000 pounds. I think there's heavier loads that truck there and this log trailer, but they're shorter trips. I wanted to take a little longer, but not too long of a trip. Oh, straight out. So we're headed toward Arkansas, and day's gonna break dawn really soon here. Thank you, videos back up. Here we are in our truck with our trailer. Thank you for the follow, Brayden. Alright, we're clear left. Again, in case you're wondering, I look left and right because I do have triple TVs here, so I can see on both sides. Hello, Pepone Rally. Like an actual truck, Lochi. It's a dashboard of a car, and I just now realized that it's pretty dark here because I forgot to turn on my lights. Let me get that solved. Oops. Put the parking brake. I completely forgot the lights. I gotta get a checklist going on. Alright, now you guys can see it. As you can see, you can see. Right, now this is falling again. Gotta get a better microphone arm. This microphone arm keeps falling. Okay, we'll make it do. Alright. Do I have an indication stick? I think you're talking about a turn signal, right? Yes, I do have a turn signal. You can't see it because you're watching on vertical, but if you would be watching on the purple app, you'd be able to see it. What card did it use before you changed it to a sim rig? Sorry, Lochi, I don't quite follow the question. I'm gonna answer whatever I think you're asking. So this car was a Volvo S60R in the junkyard. I think that's what you're asking. A Volvo S60R, 2005 Volvo S60R. The one with the 6-speed manual transmission. Have I tried playing ATS, ETS too? No, never played ETS. I gotta start playing it because often there's a lot of people from Europe here watching my live streams, and I'm here in America. No, that's fine, man. What car do you have? Really, dude? Trying to merge? You're kind of blocking me? Because I'm on a turn-only lane. That was very rude of you, sir. Golf 2009. Nice. Hey, legend. My grandpa had a Golf just about around that year. He had the GTI. That was in Brazil. Yeah, that guy didn't let me in. We're gonna have to cut him off. There's a police officer right there, so I don't know if we'll be able to do that. But we will. Yes, sir. I am on the purple too. On the actual S60, they're exactly like this. This is an actual S60. They light up, and these are on right now. It's just, ooh, we're gonna miss our turn. These are on. Problem with them is the problem with the lights. It's the camera. So what happens is there's 3 TVs with a lot of light, and I just turned on 2 extra big lights. So with so many lights on, the lights on the dashboard that are not as bright as a TV, they don't show up with the exposure on the camera. So when you look at the video, it looks like it's all dark, but if you look on the camera that's showing the detail, you'll see that the dials are on, and the little, you know, lines here are also lit. So yes, it's on. The Volvo S60R has the lights on all the time, so you can't turn them off. If you turn off the lights in the real car also, it won't turn off. It will always stay on. As soon as you turn on the car, those gauges will be on. But here, you just can't see because of the camera. If I turn it all off, and the TVs, the camera will adjust, and then you'll be able to see all the backlights. What kind of frame rate I'm getting? So I locked it into 60 FPS. You can kind of see here if I put on the CarPlay and I go back to this screen. It's locked, limited to 60. With this computer, I'm able to get around 100 FPS with triple 4K with no live streaming apps open. I'm running a 4090 with a 9950X 3D. When I painted the center console, how did I know it was a good color? You mean here? I painted I just mixed some colors. I used black and a little bit of white, and it looked good. There was some scuff marks on the side. Do do I play Truckers MP? I never played MP Legend. Hey, Rambo. Good morning. I mean, I don't know where you are, but... So yeah, as you can see, the frame rate is locked at 60. If I just let the frame rate be, it'll go to about 100, but sometimes it'll drop frames and then you can notice the frame drop. 4K, triple 4K is not very forgiving. Hey Mo, thank you Rambo. Yeah, 4K is very annoying sometimes, especially in games like American Truck Simulator. They're not very well optimized. Let me put back to the main here. Oh, South Africa. Nice, Rambo. 2 p.m. there. I'm in Florida, Central Florida. It's 8:32 a.m. here in Florida. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, it's funny. I usually get a lot of people from South Africa. That's pretty cool. ATS 2 is better. That's debatable, Legend. I mean, if you're from Europe, you're gonna like ATS better. The game is the same, the engine is the same, the graphics, everything's the same. The only difference is the roads and the cities and states and countries you get. So it's all, you know, it's like saying Nikon is better than a Canon. UK, nice. I was born in Brazil and I live here in Tampa, in Florida, just about 10 years now. Yeah, I mean, I haven't tried ETS to be very honest with you, but I know the engine is the same, so it should be the same, you know. Do I truck in real life? No, I do not. I never drove a truck, other than a box truck when I was moving, one of those rental trucks, the Penske truck. I got all the mapped DLCs for American Truck Simulator, but I don't obviously have for ETS. I don't have ETS. It's not even installed in my computer. I think eventually I will install ETS because there is a lot of people that ask me about ETS, and eventually I think it'd be fun to go around Europe time. Is there road rules and stuff in this game? Yes, if I speed like right now, I'm not speeding anymore, the speed limit just changed, I get a ticket. Oh nice, you're trained to be a truck driver. I've heard from real truck drivers that you get a very realistic like parking. So it's good for learning. Thank you, Rambo. So yeah, Panos, not Panos, sorry, Lochi, you do get to follow the rules here. If I, you know, run a red light, that kind of stuff, I'll get a ticket. Like right now, the speed limit has just changed. So if I don't slow down and a police officer sees me, I'm gonna get a ticket. The only thing I turned off here, to be honest, because I live stream, is they require you to sleep, to rest every 13 hours or so. And that was getting annoying because, you know, while you're live streaming, then you have to find a place to stop and sleep, and then it becomes night. And I rather live stream during the day. Yeah, I turned it off. I just turned it off. It was getting annoying because sometimes, like, it's 8 a.m. and then the guy's getting tired, and then I would have to stop and sleep, and then he wakes up at night. And to be honest, like, live streaming during the day here looks better for you guys because you can see what's going on. Otherwise, it's just a black with a little bit of a headlight showing. Does the temperature apply from the game? So it could. The game gives me the temperature, but I don't use the game temperature. So the temperature you see here on the water is my GPU temperature, and the temperature here on the outside temperature down here, this is the CPU temperature. I could use, but I don't. Wait, so you're doing like long streams? I do usually about an hour and a half live stream every morning. I wouldn't call it long. Some people do it like for 3 hours, 4 hours, or a whole afternoon. But I do it for about an hour and a half. This is, I used to joke around saying this is my commute to work, because I work from home, and I'm pretty much just commuting to my home office. Yeah, so every button here works with my computer, because it thinks everything here is a joystick. But if I press, every button here will do things. I need to turn that way. Let me just go over to the other lane here. So how did I set it up? I am making a tutorial. You'll be able to find it on my red app with the play button. But essentially it's just Arduino Micro Pro. They're easily recognizable as joysticks. And then I tap into the PCB of the real car and just make them see the button presses as a joystick press. And I use ChatGPT to program because I don't know how to program. So if I can do it, you can do it. And that's why I'm recording a tutorial. I don't gatekeep information. I want to share everything I know. So if you go to my red app with the play button, you want the app you watch videos on, in there you'll find a tutorial, a 45-minute long tutorial with showing all the hardware installation, how to get the Apple CarPlay, how to get the steering wheel. Assetto Corsa? Yes, I play a lot in Assetto Corsa here, man. It's fun. It's one of my favorite games. It's just that I've been feeling that live streaming playing American Truck Simulator is a little better than Assetto Corsa for two reasons. One, I think I've been getting more views and I have fun doing both, so I don't really care. Then the second one is I can read the chat and talk to you guys, a little better than on Assetto Corsa, because if I'm just cutting traffic or racing on a racetrack, I can't look at the chat with the same attention that I can while I'm live streaming on American Truck Simulator. That's the only reason. Thank you, Rambo. I really appreciate it, man. So if you guys are not following, consider following. Thank you, Travis, for the follow. Thank you, Maxwell. And if you're watching on the red app with the play button in the center, hit that subscribe button. Hit the like. Share the live. Share the love. Thank you, Fred. Thank you for commenting. Often people are very quiet where you're watching right now. So let's go up to 75 miles an hour. This is our speed limit. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. What am I driving in game? I'm driving a Volvo VNL 2014. So I'm trying to maneuver my way around here. Hard to drive without looking. I can also change the camera view. Try to drive for a second like this. It's hard. Because if I say the names, Aaron, they start restricting the live stream. And then it's not fun for anybody. How do you get the car thing? You have to build it yourself. Thankfully, I do have a tutorial in the red app with the play button in the center. This guy merge. Get a better wheel. This is the best one. I have a BMW one, and this is better. If you watch my other videos, you'll see my BMW. I have an F80 BMW steering wheel, and I have also an E90 steering wheel. You could build half of it, man. You don't need to have the whole dashboard like I do. You can have just cut in half. What's the load? I am carrying 36,000 pounds of sawdust. Thank you for the follow, Engineer. Michigan. I don't think they have Michigan here yet, do they? I don't think so. We're going to Arkansas. Was yours that expensive? So yeah, I mean, I need to break it down the cost for you. So the car part, that's what makes the simulator unique. It's not expensive. I spent about $700, $300 in car parts, and about $400 in hardware like wood, metal, carpet, Arduinos, all that kind of stuff. But obviously, if you count the wheelbase, the triple 4K TVs, the computer, you know, the butt kicker, the Phillips hue, all the controllers and stuff, then you add up to about $10,000 to $12,000. Have I ever tried cameras? I did modify one Nemo, but I never tried it. I've tried the Moza Simicube. I've tried, well, I have a Fanatec here, but I never tried cameras, like driving it. I modified one once for a friend of mine, but I never drove it. In my tutorial on the red app with the play button, I actually am using a BMW steering wheel to show how to build one on the tutorial. Yeah, 30,000 pounds of sawdust. Somehow. Did you see my BMW E60 setup, 7? It's right there on the video, so you'll find it. Just look at the previous videos in the black app where you are. Do the miles apply for the truck you're driving right now? Yes, Pano, so they do. There's just a key difference here. So here on the left, what you see is the game miles to an empty tank. And what you see here is the calculated miles by the gauge. So I'm driving at 70 miles an hour. If I drive for 1 hour, I'll add 70 miles here. And here it's going down much faster because the game is compressed 20:1. It does, right? I don't know why. I think I removed the noise, so my first video sounds really weird. My wife, when she heard it, she thought it wasn't even me. She thought it used some AI to do the talking. Did you mod using 3D wrap? No. I don't even know what that is, man. Well, you have to pull the parts yourself, 7, if you want to get, like, cheaper. What's my favorite song? I don't know if I have one, man. I like music, but I like all kinds of music. Is this a real simulator? Yes, it's a real simulator. It's not a real car lane. We're headed towards Arkansas. We're going to Harrison. Yeah. And the one thing I like about driving around this area is usually the speed limits are about 70. Because when you drive through California and Washington State, maybe you could drive at 55 miles an hour. That's not fun. Is that blue button underneath push to start? Yes, it is. However, Aaron, the way I configured the button is this button here is connected to the power supply that feeds the gauge, the cluster, and the climate control, the phone, not the radio. Every button here, every joystick is connected to that push to start. So to me, it's more important to have a physical power button that I can turn off my system if I want or need to reset it, than have just an in-game push to start. So for the game, I use the on and off on the AC to turn it on and off. Then, you know, this button here turns off like physically. It just shuts down the power. Kate, so Kate, mate, do you need a PC for the indicators? Yes, you do need a PC. I have a PC for everything you see here, even the, wipers, the hazard lights, everything. Phone, yes, this is a phone. It's not a real phone anymore. Now it's just a keypad. So the numbers are set to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I also configured so 4 goes to the left, 5 center, 6 right. Enter, escape. Or cargo. From what I've heard, I'm hauling sawdust, like 30 pounds of sawdust. Somebody was like, yeah, 30 pounds of sawdust. Yeah, but it's what it says right there. Sawdust panels, 36,000 pounds. Yeah. Yeah, so Volvo had this phone here. In my real car, I have the same interior, exactly the same, with the navigation, the 6-speed manual. But my car has a cubby here. It doesn't have the phone. Just a little place where I can put my phone or anything, in fact. This is a real dashboard. Yes, it is, sir. A real dashboard. It came from a Volvo 2005 that was just about to be crushed. Poor car. Thank you, sales. Gotta slow down. 65-ish. Let's put the cruise control for a bit. I've been driving with the foot, and it's always hard to keep the speed. We'll go a little bit with the cruise control. Would you need the premium version of SimHub to do all of this, or you don't need the premium version, Aaron? However, if you have the premium version, your refresh rate, especially there on the dashboard, will be faster. So you can actually download my Apple CarPlay. It's available to download it. You can watch my tutorial on how to install it. But I would recommend you buy the SimHub license. It's so cheap, man, and they are doing such an amazing job with SimHub. Yes, Loki, I am using some mods on ATS. I'm using real world brands. I'm using one that improves the weather system, and I'm using one for the Waze map there. How did I get the gauges to work, Corey? So basically, it's an Arduino Uno with a CAN bus field, and it's connected to SimHub. And there's a tutorial on the red app with the play button that I can't say the name, but you can just Google, and I mean, it's a real game. Like, I wouldn't call it fake. It's a real game. It's not fake. It's not real life. Like I'm driving in the simulator. But that depends on how you want to phrase it. Thank you, Corey, for the follow. If you're watching, just consider hitting that subscribe button or follow button. Is it possible to buy such dashboard on any online store? Possible? Maybe. Would I recommend it? No. There's 2 reasons why I wouldn't recommend somebody just go out on the limb and buy it online. 1, if you buy it online, you're going to spend a lot more money. Somebody pulled that dashboard out of a car, and it's big. It's going to cost you a lot of money to ship. So that would be way more expensive. Second, if you do it yourself, if you go to the junkyard and pull the parts, you will learn where every screw, everything is. And this will make your life much easier when you're building it. So when you're just getting it ready to sit down and play. This is why I would recommend you go to the junkyard, and that's much cheaper. If you pull the parts yourself, like for instance, I pulled the steering wheel for like $14. The whole dashboard, everything with the seats, the steering wheel, the dashboard, the center console, the radio, the climate control, everything was $300. Not expensive, but you gotta be able to do it yourself. Dude is driving a truck, yes. Where's my oil pressure? So let me put bigger here for you. Oh, hit the microphone. Oil pressure is right here. So it's the third horizontal gauge in my Apple CarPlay. Just underneath the water temperature and the brake pressure. The air brake pressure. Thank you, Casual Cargo. Yeah, if you're not following, consider following, guys, and like the live stream. I see there's a lot of likes. Is Isabella here today? I wasn't here yesterday, and I got like 2,000 likes in 2 hours live stream, and I'm like, what, 40 minutes in with 11,000 likes? Thank you, guys. Thank you, Saint. Yeah, so that's where I get a lot of information on this Apple CarPlay thing. There's the damage, there's the fuel, the range is also here, so I don't need to look in there. I have the real life ETA, so you see that real time ETE and ETA. Those are calculated in real life, so it'll take just another 16 minutes till we get to our destination in Arizona. No, we're going to Arkansas. Sorry, we're not going to Arizona. We're going to Arkansas. To Harrison. Yeah. And you can see the delivery time, the when it's expected, the time to arrival, distance remaining, the origin, the destination, the weight of the cargo, my income, and my latest traffic violation, which is none. Hey, Mikey, thank you for the follow. Which video explains how to hook up the gauges to the PC? So Aaron, I don't have that video on my channel yet, but you can find the one I used. So the one I used, if you search SimHub, P as in Peter, 2, Volvo, it's gonna be the first one. Thank you for the follow, guys. We're slow in here because the speed limit has changed. Let me go back to the main camera. Why would I do that, Mr. Lit? Why would I do that? I have a good, nice, 6-figure office job that I work from home. I get to have this hobby that I can play around, drive a truck, I can drive a car. I have a lot of fun building this, programming it, even though I don't know how to program. I learned. Why would I just get a real truck and get a real job as a truck driver? Although I respect them very much. I like staying at home. Yes, I do have the links there. But I can't keep saying that, otherwise the black app will just kind of get angry at me. Thank you, Maba Jabula. Thank you for the follow, C Fizzo. Beautiful day here. We're going towards Arkansas. I didn't see the state line, but there's not a single cloud in the sky. Go outside, so you good. This is like the roof camera, the top-down camera. Just a regular third-person view. Thank you, Sales. Third, Skinner. Okay, we gotta stop for a vehicle inspection. So let's do that. Let's turn off the cruise control. And I can use the wiper. If I pull the wiper, it is my engine brake, as you can hear. And see the red light there. Oh, hi. You're on the red app. Nice. I don't know if I should go back. I used to stream it on there as well as horizontal. Only the purple app as horizontal right now. I think I'll do that. Because I'm not seeing any difference. A friend of mine said that if I would just stream it on vertical, I'd get more views. But it's pretty much the same. So. Alright, let's see. Clear. No trucks coming. Merge. Thank you guys for watching. If you're joining right now and you're interested, I have a tutorial in the red app with the play button. Follow for more information. I have a tutorial on how to build a simulator, how to put the steering wheel, how to get the Apple CarPlay, all of that good stuff. Renault Talisman. I don't know which one is that, man, but that sounds cool. I know Renaults. I was born in Brazil, and we have Renaults in Brazil. We have I just know the old ones now. The Twingo, Clio, Duster. Thank you, sir. S60, yes, P2. It has to be from 2005 till 2009 because of the CAN bus. I have 3 other people who built Volvo simulators because of my tutorial, and I'm super happy that people actually followed the tutorials and were able to build it. But I also have people who built it based on other cars, because the tutorial will work for any car. If you look at my videos, you'll see that I built a Miata and also a BMW E60. Yeah, P2 is the platform that this car was called. And the cruise control just slows down that much. So, and the P2 was available from 2001 till 2009, but the CAN bus language was different. Thank you, Sela. We're gonna just pass this guy. MK2 Ford Focus, nice. I think there's a very cool guy that has the Sonic Ford Focus. I don't know if you've seen it. Unfortunately, he had just lost his car to a car wreck, but he also has a simulator with a Ford Focus, but his gauges are not working. I don't know if he's interested, but I think he's only playing on Xbox, so that's why he's not using the gauges. He just has the structure of the car. Oh, I just came through Texas. I left Junction, Texas, and we're going towards Harrison, Arkansas. We're almost there, actually. About 5 minutes away. Come on. Yes, the Sonic Blue one. Yes, now you found the source. I can't save that, unfortunately. Oh, not here. Almost turned where I couldn't. How much did it cost? So $300 in car parts and another $400 or so in hardware. Wood, metal, carpet, Arduinos, the LCD screen right here. So all in all, about $700 in what makes this simulator special. Because any other simulator sim rig you see out there will have to have a monitor, either triple or single, a PC, wheelbase, that kind of stuff, but not all of them will have like the whole car attached. 2005 to 2009, but 2006 will work, yes. One thing, if you see the photo of the gauge in the back, it has to be white, not green. If it's green, it has the wrong CAN bus. So just look at the color of the gauges. Was it hard to set up? No, it wasn't that hard. It's a lot of work, but it wasn't hard. This guy is gatekeeping the left lane. People do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna knock in here. Gonna make him stop. There we go. Thank you for letting me go, sir. So kind of it. Yeah, there's blue. This is the blue one. There's the black one, black and silver, and there's just the regular one, which is black. All of them should work. The key difference is the color and the looks. A lot of people will prefer the blue gauges because they look pretty and they came from the S60R, but they usually go for a little bit more money. Now, if you get the other ones, it'll work just fine. Thank you, Granola. Pretty fast here. 68 on 16, so I don't get a ticket. If you're not following, consider following. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing and check out my tutorials. I would really appreciate the help. Oh, that's a lot of money for a gauge cluster. For the follow T-Stacks. Dude, I gotta follow the speed limit here, man. But I'm pretty sure if you keep looking, you'll find something over in Europe. Like, I bought a few things here from Europe. The phone, it was not on the junkyard part. I bought this for like $15. It came from, I think it was from Poland? Don't recall now. Yeah, I think it would be Cleveland. There's actually, every now and then I'll get an email from a person that owns a driving school, and they will ask me if I can build for them, but unfortunately I can't. I don't have the time. A normal S60 cluster, yes. Same year's work, yes, it would. Just the same. It just won't have the blue gauges, but it will work just the same. With all the functions, everything. Away from 126.5k. What exactly? Thank you, T-Stacks. Go to the right. I don't want to keep in the left lane. Thank you, Alex, for the follow. They have a lot on Latigo. I've seen of stuff there. Why are you trading LRL driving for stimulation driving? Sorry, man, didn't make a lot of sense to me. I usually answer what I understand, but I didn't get it. Thank you, Chababa. The cheapest one you see is about 78. Yeah, that's not that bad. So I have a tutorial, Niv. I have a tutorial on my Red app with the play button, and you can find all the information, the breakdown costs and everything. theory key. So it was basically just about $300 in car parts. Oh. And $400 in the hardware. So like wood, metal, carpets, Arduinos, all that kind of stuff. Did you rip out the dash for your old car and place it inside the house in front of the PC? Yeah, basically. So what I did actually, it wasn't my old car, it was on the junkyard. I pulled the parts from a junkyard car and I placed inside my home office. So I have space here in my home office. This is inside my house and in my home office. With the triple TVs and all, the whole interior with the passenger seat, everything. Go with the BMW one, man. Which BMW? Because I think you'll be able to find codes for BMWs. There's a bunch of people who makes codes for BMWs, and they're just about the same process to install. They're not as hard. Alright, we're arriving to our destination here in Arkansas. So if you're not following, consider following and subscribing. I know I say that a lot, but a lot of people just come, watch, and then they never come back. Become just dust in the wind. Thank you, Foxy. Thank you, Jado. You don't want to become dust in the wind, do you? Alright. So let's choose the hard one. This is what we do. It's gonna be hard. But that's alright. That's what we're here for. So people can make fun of my parking skills. Thank you, Gib. Why am I driving in a sugar later? Sorry, man. I don't know what you're saying. So we got to park right here. I think I'll be able to kind of do this because it's a pretty complicated parking, but we'll try. Go as close as possible here, then just kind of go in here. How much did the setup cost? It did cost about $300 in car parts and another $400 or so in hardware. Did I turn too much? Just about okay. If anything, it wasn't enough, but we'll be able to fix it because it's not too far. So you set up a sim inside an actual ATS. Yes, ATS as the simulator, right? Yes. Am I seeing the purple chat? I should. Oh, just a second, guys. I gotta take this. All right, we're back. I'm sorry, I had to take a phone call that was quite important. Let's go back and park that truck. Sorry, let me see if there is, Can you set the numbers on the gears? Yes, the gears show the right numbers on the cluster. All right. Hey guys, chill in the chat. All right, thank you guys for following Liam Marius. All right, let's get situated again here. Okay, this is where we are. Yeah. All right. I'm a little bit too far to their side, so. We'll need to fix it. It's a little bit off. How long did it take to build a setup like that? So it took me about 3 weekends of work. So 3 weekends working all weekend long. But to be very honest, I've been working on it for like 2 years now. Incremental improvements to it, because it's never ready, and it's never gonna be ready. Thank you, Team Tornado. So it's never gonna be ready, even if you really dedicate a month to it. I guarantee, as soon as you finish and you sit down and start playing, you're gonna go like, oh man, I wish it did something else. Like when I finished the first time, I really wanted to get the turn signal working, and then I worked really hard to get the turn signal to work. Did I hit something? I think I did. Let's improve here. Where did I get the dashboard? So, I got it from a junkyard. Having any issues seeing purple chat? Yeah, I think so, because I don't... Let me just check here a second. It should be on. Huh. Yeah, but you're right. I don't see anything from there. Yeah, for some reason... Oh, I know what happened. I became partner to the Purple app yesterday. Not partner, affiliate. And I forgot that I had to change, and I had to add a more complicated two-factor authentication. So I think... Oh, now I can't see the chat here. Wait. So I didn't enable, I had to enable, and I think it logged out. So that's why I'm not seeing the chat. How do you connect everything to the PC? So I am making a tutorial, man. But essentially you use Arduinos. Let me fix it, because I'm close, but not that close. And it's just enough to get me going back and forth. But now it's gonna be right. There we go. Now it's gonna be perfect. It's a sim. Yes, it is. There we go. I have 3 monitors at King. The triple setup, triple TVs. I have triple 4K, 120 hertz TVs, around 65 inch. What am I hitting now? Because it's supposed to be correct. There we go. Like a glove. It's a Fanatec Club Sports DD. And here we are. So, parking brake. Let's get the trailer detached. Let me see. Sorry, I probably missed. Can you drive with only 5 gears? So you can drive with 6 gears. So you can change your transmission, the truck transmission, for a 6 gears. As I am. So I have 6-speed here. Is there like a Fanatec shifter under the Volvo parts, or did you use something else? So the shifter here for Aaron is just a generic USB shifter. It's not a Fanatec one. I don't think it's necessary. The H pattern here works just as well, and it's cheaper. So yeah, American Truck has, yes, JM, you're right. That's exactly. Thank you for answering, Jasper. Yeah, sure, Spotify. Shoot. So let's get another job here. Oh yeah, we're gonna download that Iowa and probably live stream it tomorrow. I'm not fancy, so I don't get like early access like some people do. Let's get these forklifts to Kansas. A pretty short trip, and I think we can do it. Alright, parking brake off. Yes, you can. I think ATS allows you to do the same thing. Can you press the steering wheel in for the horn? Or is that not possible since the Arduino is underneath? It is possible for Aaron, but I don't have it set up like that. So I thought about 3D printing something to put behind here that would press the buttons that I have down there, or actually make like another wireless, but that would be a lot of work. And so what I did is I used the horn on, you know, the turn stock. I can't show you, but the turn stock has a button to the side, and actually some cars have the horn when you press a button. So that's what I do. So you're gonna hear the button and the horn. So I just pressed that horn button. Yes, Iowa comes to us tomorrow. Thank you, TMS. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, a pull string just like a truck would be easy. I have a few friends that have that. That's fun. Do you do convoys? I never did one. I gotta do one day. Pacific time at 7 p.m. Yeah, we can try that. Ed King, just drop me a message there, and we'll try to make it happen. I never did a convoy. I'd love to do it one day. Game? Yes, it's a game. You can say game. Clear right and clear left. So yeah, I'm using a triple TV setup here. That's why I look left and right. I'm not crazy. Your G29 won't shut up. Dude, G29 is fine. It's just you wouldn't be able to add a real car steering wheel to a G29, but it works just fine. Hey, Team Tornado, hello again. I don't know why you tagged me, Big Pappy, but oh. So I think what we're gonna do is just before I get the cargo, we're gonna sleep because it's gonna turn night again, and I don't want that. Thank you for watching. If you're not following, consider following. If you are interested in building one of these, I do have a tutorial. All you have to do is follow the breadcrumbs on my profile and go to the red app with the white button, and you'll find everything you need to know there, as I'm also making the tutorial for the electronics. It takes a while because I live stream and I have a life and I have to work and all of that good stuff, but it will come, I promise. Soon, PM. Yeah, the force feedback would be really numbed down for you, man, unfortunately. I speak so calm. It's just a style, it's just my style. I'm like this. I know that a lot of people, like entertaining streamers, will go like, yes guys, super, you know, excited and like loud. Well, one, I can't be too loud. My wife is working on the other room. It's two. I'm not like that, so I'd be just playing a part. I don't know. Yeah, thank you, JM. Had some DIY turn signals. Those are the best ones, man. I'm telling you, like DIYing stuff is fun. Like for some people like me, DIYing is as much fun, if not more fun than actually playing. I can spend weeks playing the game here. Let me check if there's a place to rest. Just need to find a place to rest because I don't want to start driving at night. It's sun setting. We gotta go back here to this parking lot. I should have looked before because now we're gonna have to go back, but it is what it is. No cars behind. Thank you for the follow, guys. Thank you for joining the live stream. As we're going back here to stop the truck for quick rest. Not that I need to rest because I turned that feature off. The reason why I want to rest is just to skip the night and go straight to daylight. Live streaming at night is not as fun for you guys. To me, it looks fine because I can see everything, but you guys with the camera, it just looks very dark. How did I get the screen to move up and down on the dashboard? Is everything controlled via Arduino? No, the screen is a completely different topic for Aaron. Why am I calling for Aaron? It's just Aaron, right? Like the double A's. But Aaron, yeah, so there is a Google spreadsheet that will calculate everything for you. All you have to do is measure where you're sitting in relation to the screen, like the distance, how far you are from the left and right, how high and low, everything. You measure everything, you type it in that Excel sheet, and it will create a new text file. So that text file, the ini file for the view, you copy and paste into the game directory, and that will set up the view perfectly. I mean, it took me forever to find that, and once I did, now my view is perfect, which it wasn't before. Hey, Eliamo. Hello. Thank you. I'm glad you're back. I think I remember your name, man. Yesterday I had a friend that joined over, and he was actually still a mod since 2023. I had a big hiatus of live streams. What's the highest speed I have gone on it? I don't know. I think here in the truck, maybe about 100 miles an hour on the truck. But in, you know, just sim racing and other games, way faster. So we're gonna stop for a quick rest, just so I can skip the day and get to the night. I mean, skip the night and get to the day. I said exactly the opposite. Thank you for the follow. Thank you guys for following. I really appreciate you guys joining. We don't need fuel, so we're good. Just continue driving. Thank you for the follow, M. Madiba Hugo. Do I have ATS? No, I do not. Oh, that's going to be a close one. Oh, we made it. I have only ATS here. I eventually will get ETS. I have so many people from Europe that join. Good morning, Rothan. How are you doing this morning? Hello, Ronak. We're parking here. Show you guys the outside. So this is what it looks like. I'm pretty close to this truck. This is what a Peterbilt and an International. Alright, let's go back inside the cabin and let's put the parking brake on, turn off the engine. Good and tired. Oh man, that's not a good combination for the morning, man. So like when you go faster, do the pins or needle on the speedometer like stop at the highest speed, or does it go all the way around? So they stop for Aaron, Aaron, they stop. But that's a Volvo setting. So you like when I use the Volvo gauge here, there are some settings that I can't change. Like for instance, I can't change the odometer number. It's just not an option. It's programmed like that. But there are like the speed that the needle for the fuel moves, I can't change that. It goes super slow up because in real car it doesn't have to be fast. And the other thing that I can't change is how the needle for the speed works. So it will go to 160 miles and stop down here and just gonna get stuck. It's not gonna do anything else anymore. Is there a custom gauge cluster that's compatible? Yeah, there's some people that sell custom gauge clusters, like 3D printed and kind of built for gaming. It was a test, Ronak. I will, I think, go back to it because there was a friend, another YouTuber, that told me that, oh, if you're streaming in vertical and horizontal, you're losing viewership. A lot more people will tune in if it's just vertical. And I'm not seeing that. It's just about the same. So next live stream and tomorrow, I will have it in both vertical and vertical. Horizontal and vertical. No, the odometer does work. What I mean is I can't change the number manually. I can't just go here and say it's 110,000 miles. I can't reset it to 0. I can only go up. The odometer is calibrated and working with an error of 0.1 miles every 100 miles. Downloadable. Yes, there is Rothan. You can actually, if you have a screen, you can use SimHub to use like a dashboard. Yes, there's dashboards for that. Thank you, Kath. Well, welcome, Kath. From the UK, nice. I got a lot of people from the UK. There was another gentleman this morning here. I don't know if he's still here. I think he left, but yeah, welcome. I hope you're enjoying. Unfortunately, I won't be live streaming for much longer. I'll just get this cargo and probably start going. I usually live stream from like 8 in the morning in the US Eastern Standard Time till like 9:30-ish. Exactly. I mean, I think there are ways to do that, to reset the mileage. But it's not something that I can easily learn how to do. But I think it's possible. And I actually think that I'll have to go that route one day because I did a test. So I have like 4 or 5 gauge clusters like this. And one of the gauge clusters, I was like, I want to test and see if it will spin around. Meaning, when I get to 1,000,000 miles, will it just reset to 0? Or it will get stuck? And yes, it got stuck. So it's just stuck. That gauge cluster now, it's stuck at 999,999 miles. Forever Dreaming 7. So if I can attach a VR headset. Yes, I can. I have one. It is immersive. I wouldn't say it's more immersive. Like, I have real buttons here. I have real things to touch. And I have a 180-degree field of view here because I am using 3-pole 4K TVs. But I do have motion sickness. So if I put a VR headset in my head, it'll get heavy, it'll get hot, and I'll get sick. So I don't want that. So Aaron, I'm like thinking, like, obviously it'll take a while. Like, I'm 110,000 miles, but eventually this gauge cluster will get stuck to 1,000,000 miles, right? So I'll want to reset it. Not everyone forever will get like motion sickness. I do. Like for instance, my daughter uses my VR headset way more than I do. Because she doesn't. She can play for hours. She'll be sweaty and with, marks around her eyes, but she can do that. I can't. If I start driving in a few minutes, I'll be like, ooh, no. Better stop this. Alright, let's get this cargo. Alright, so what do we have? Oh, we lost that. We missed that window. But that's okay. We can go to Arkansas, Kansas. Yeah, Kansas. That's not that far, so we'll take this job. I can do motion rigs, man. Fortunately. I did a very nice road trip the other day, like a year ago, where I drove from Florida, from Central Florida here, all the way to Canada and back to Florida, driving every sim rig that I could for rent. Like there's a bunch of places. Like there's a place in Atlanta that has a Porsche sim rig. There is a place in Indiana. There's Chicago sim racing. There's a bunch of cool places you can just rent to drive. And I drove several motion sim rigs. I didn't get motion sickness in any of them. It's just a VR headset thing. There we go. So we take comfort and we are attached. Does the mileage go up? Yes, it does. Go back inside the cabin. Hey, Tactical Gamer. Yes, no, I know, Tactical Gamer. I'm sorry. The problem with the Purple app right now is that I became an affiliate yesterday, and I had to set up a another two-factor authentication, and it logged out of all my computers and stuff. And I didn't realize when I started live streaming today that I wasn't logged in. So I can only see the chat for the black app, the red app with the play button, and I'm not seeing the purple app right now. So I'm sorry. I hope there's not a lot of people talking alone there, because I saw there was like 5 people there at some point. But oh yeah, I'm gonna do the horizontal here on the red app again next time. They do, Aaron. They do. They actually do. There's a place in I forget the name now, and they do Formula One cars. It's a pretty cool place. I forgot the name. They actually opened one for Formula Ones here in the US. Does it adapt to the car you're driving in game, or is it always the same mileage? No. Well, the big mileage here, the main one, the 110,000 miles, it's always the same. The bottom one, the trip, every time I start a new game, it will reset. Yeah, I think there is one in London. I think it's for Formula One, and I think I forgot the name. They have a blue color, and they're pretty cool. Like they have motion also. It's very simple motion, but that's the cool thing about simulators. People don't realize, but you don't need like a lot of motion. You just need a little bit, and your brain will fill up the gaps. Like for instance, in my simulator, I do have a butt kicker. It's only doing the shaking part here in my back. And I gotta tell you, this is very immersive. When it's off, I can tell that it's off. It's really, it feels like the car is dead. With this just shaking here, like the truck is shaking now on the idle, this is shaking. It feels like it's alive. When I turn off the engine, and now it's like, oh, it's off. You can see by the steering wheel, but you can't feel my seat here. You have a question about Arduino. How did you code them? I mean, copy and paste the code to GitHub, given to ChatGPT. Yes, so what I do is, I go to ChatGPT, I explain what I want. For instance, I have this climate control. It has 12 buttons. Each button has an LED I need to toggle whenever I press the button. create a joystick code that will work on a PC, and every time I click, it does this, this, and that. It will then create a code, copy that, you paste to Arduino Uno, that the software that uses to program it, and then this, and you test it, and you rinse and repeat, basically. What does the crown mean? Crown? I don't know. What crown? $110? Yeah, the spaceball shifter is very desired. Spasiba. Yeah, Volvos are, I like the new ones too. I have 3 Volvos, real Volvos. I have the 2020 T5, the 2022 T8, and I have the 2005 S60R, which is exactly like this. But as much as I enjoyed the conversation and I'd love to stay here with you guys for longer, I do have to work. I have a very important presentation today, so I can't just stay here for too long. I don't know. I don't see the crown, but I think you guys are like special in there. I don't know, maybe the red app with the play button does that automatically. I don't know, but I hope you guys subscribe. I know you guys are, so thank you for that. Oh, Andy, nice. Yes. Well, subscribe if you want to learn more. I do have tutorials, Andy. Oh no, Jacob. Gotta start earlier, man. Sorry. Or later. Yesterday I was live streaming around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I don't think my audience is there, so, or there's too much competition for people. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for staying here with me. I hope to see you guys on the next one. I think I'm gonna come back tonight. I don't know, but tomorrow morning for sure. Each button you use the same code, or each one has a different code? So each button, no, each part, like for instance, the climate control is one code because it has one major Arduino here. This one has another Arduino. This one has another Arduino. So the wiper stocks has another one. This has another one. So just here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the light control. 6 Arduinos. Each has a different code to it. Sorry, Demon Uso, I am just finishing my live stream, man. But don't forget to follow and come back tomorrow morning because I'll be live streaming again. Just shoot me questions, Aaron, if you need to know more things about S60. Alright, guys. Thank you, cats. I hope to see you guys on the next one. Have a very amazing and awesome day. Until again, goodbye.